If I had to describe CARIRI in just one word, the word I would have to use is dynamic.
Quality-driven.
Progressive. Leading the way in innovation.
As the technological mall of the Caribbean.
For 55 years, these words have described CARIRI. But the story behind them began much earlier, in the early dawn of Trinidad and Tobago's independence. At a time when the nation sought to define its future, CARIRI emerged as a bold idea, a bridge between science and industry, a home for innovation, a foundation for national development. But every institution is tested. For CARIRI, that moment came in the economic crash of the 1980s. Government support dwindled and the institute faced an uncertain future.
CARIRI was focused a lot on research, a lot on development. We had a lot of extremely good technical persons in CARIRI. But what was a gap at the time was a business orientation. So we were doing things and not really doing it with business in mind, with revenue in mind, with sustainability in mind.
I was the one who did the first strategic plan for CARIRI, which was done in 1985, 86, 87. And that strategic plan outlined the vision that I had for CARIRI at that time, which was to make CARIRI less dependent on the subvention from government and more dependent on income from industry. And I think we did a good job in those days.
Milestone 2 was to increase our revenue earning to a point where we started to be on the periphery of more financial independence. Independence that we didn't have to wait on certain decisions from government because we were under subvention.
But financial stability was only one piece of the puzzle. The real breakthrough came when CARIRI realized that innovation thrives on collaboration, not isolation. That's why CARIRI helped found WAITRO, the World Association of Industrial and Technological Research Organizations. This partnership gave them a front-row seat to groundbreaking research and technical expertise, emanating from over 160 research and technology organizations spanning across more than 70 countries.
And the partnerships that CARIRI could form with international members of WAITRO, that was, in my view, the most really significant development that CARIRI has had. I was meeting with people who were dealing with problems that I had here at CARIRI. And though they came from somewhere else, they came from Guatemala or they came from Chile, I found that they were dealing with the same problems that I have, of motivation, of how do you reward excellence? How do you motivate people to give of their best?
Enhancing our relationship with international finance organizations like the IDB, as well as building our linkages with international research and technology organizations. The significance of that is that if I wanted an expert in any field, I could talk to the CEO of some of these organizations and negotiate a reasonable price. We never went saying we want anything free. And they could understand that, but they would also be flexible with us with respect to what terms and conditions.
Science, at its best, improves lives, quietly, powerfully, and often without the public ever knowing it. CARIRI's laboratories touch every corner of Caribbean living, from the foods we eat to the roads we drive on.
We have also developed and initiated a rubber crumb plant, which allows for the use of end-of-use tires to be recycled into rubber crumbs to be used in asphalt designs for paving, as well as rubber tiles and playground and sporting surfaces.
Marrying the laboratory capability, the new ideas from staff, and innovation, as well as what's happening in the private sector with the building of the Center for Enterprise Development with its programs.
After 55 years, CARIRI is not slowing down. It is accelerating into a digital future. The Laboratory Information Management System brings CARIRI's operations into a new era. Real-time dashboards, faster turnaround, greater transparency. Clients anywhere in the world can now track their results with a click. And in the world of food science, CARIRI's impact is just as profound. CARIRI has been a vital scientific partner, helping food manufacturers, from small entrepreneurs to large-scale producers, refine formulations, implement HACCP, and achieve certifications to successfully scale and distribute their products locally and regionally.
The product development and food safety systems development project that we were able to do with Creamery Novelties Limited. Yes, the ice cream company. CARIRI assisted that company in helping them develop their product range and their formulations, and in establishing their company as a certified, HACCP certified entity in the food industry. It has allowed the company to expand and to grow locally and regionally, and the privilege of working with them from the ground up was absolutely fantastic.
It was a project with an NGO within the country, and their intention was to look at the amount of pesticides present in local commodities. Usually when we export produce to the EU or to the US, we test these products to ensure that they are safe for consumption. But what happens to the commodities we consume? The man by the side of the road, when you buy his tomatoes, is it safe for consumption? When you go to the restaurant and they give you a salad and they boast that it is made from local produce, is this safe for consumption? So we worked with a local NGO across Trinidad and Tobago, and we collected a wide range of commodities and tested them for pesticide content and a microbiological assay to determine how safe these products were. And we presented this data to the local NGO. It was noteworthy to me because they had funding from the UNDP. So all our methodologies, our sampling plan had to be vetted by an international body before we went forward with it.
The other project that stands out for me is the work that I was able to do with the Tobago indigenous sweets producers in collaboration with many other local and regional and international stakeholders, and managed by Export TT. In this project, our work allowed companies that were cottage processors or microprocessors to create innovative products, standardized products, and expand their packaging to allow them to be more appealing and to get better product shelf life. You are seeing some of them on the shelf now in the supermarket. So when you see your tamarind ball or your fudge in a beautiful package, it's probably one of ours.
CARIRI reinvented itself, shifting from reliance on subvention to a commercially driven model rooted in business sustainability. One major project at Point Lisa's proved that this new approach worked. It pushed CARIRI's revenue up by more than 40%, a turning point that strengthened the institute and secured its relevance. This evolution transformed CARIRI from a research institution into an economic partner for the nation.
One of the projects that we had was providing testing services to one of the companies in the Point Lisa's area, which was now being put together. And that made a significant difference to us in that it significantly increased our revenue generation. At the time out, we were struggling. The subventions were being reduced, so we had to depend on our earnings, or the component of the revenue stream for CARIRI, which came through projects. And that project with the Point Lisa's company really made a big difference. I think we had about over 40% increase in revenues at that point in time.
Through every project, industrial, agricultural, or environmental, CARIRI proves that research is not an abstract pursuit. It is practical, it is essential, and it touches the life of every citizen. Yet, What truly sets CARIRI apart is not only its science, it's its soul.
The work culture at CARIRI is family-oriented. Every person with a problem becomes the institute problem. For example, in 1996, when I was sick, I got pneumonia and also Guillain-Barré syndrome. The doctors advised that it is possible that I developed pneumonia from on the bed I was sleeping. And the CARIRI staff, they came together while I was in the intensive care for 2 weeks in a coma, and they actually changed the entire bed with mattress to make sure that when I reach home, I will not get pneumonia again.
CARIRI is a place where expertise is shared freely, where colleagues support one another, and where excellence is a collective responsibility.
CARIRI, I would say, has developed over the last 25 to 30 years a culture of excellence, where quality is a hallmark of whatever we do, so that all staff in the institute have this quality almost implanted in them from the first day that they come into the institute, and quality in everything we do.
So CARIRI's culture is very family-oriented. It is a more or less small organization, so everybody knows everybody. And being an umbrella organization with multiple disciplines, you have experts in different fields of science housed under one roof. So working at CARIRI, you can turn to one of your colleagues at any time and get advice on how to go forward with a project that you are working on.
What I found was that the other islands of the Caribbean, like Trinidad had been at one time, used their ministries of agriculture as their science ministry. And CARIRI, by its very presence, expanded on the notion of what industrial or scientific research for application applied research would be all about.
And as the world shifts towards artificial intelligence, CARIRI is embracing it, not as a threat, but as a tool for evolution. AI will change the way science operates. The organizations that adapt will lead, and CARIRI intends to lead.
We now have something called AI, and people see it as negative, some people see it as positive. We have to look at the positive aspects of it and make the best use of it. I'm saying that I hope that CARIRI evolves into new technology, into using, as I say, AI as part and parcel of that development. As I said, I know you're on the path to doing that, and I just hope that it continues.
For 55 years, CARIRI has been more than a research institute. It has been a driver of economic growth, a guardian of public safety, a champion for innovation, and a home for people dedicated to national progress.
I think the legacy that I hope to achieve has in fact been achieved. So long as CARIRI's focus is on solving problems that need to be solved, CARIRI will always have a place in the environment of the Caribbean.
CARIRI has been around for 55 years, and I hope that in the next 55 years, what we've done in the few years while I've been here would be continue to be developed and grown to respond to market requirements, to respond to industry requirements, and to further develop entrepreneurial activities, economic activities, and moving forward, that CARIRI would always be at the forefront of innovation, entrepreneurial development, and sustainable development for the next 55 years. CARIRI's future, I hope, remains to be a lead research technological organization involved in areas of both testing and analytical and engineering, as well as entrepreneurial development and innovation. And I expect that would continue. We have a multidisciplinary team, and we have the experience that goes with it.
Innovation, impact, people. This is CARIRI, and its next chapter is only just beginning.